and welcome to Talking Smarks. My name is Josh. I'm not going to waste any time here. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. This is the first show that I'm actually recording from my house, as I am currently on summer break from Ames. Notice why I didn't say Ames Student Radio at the beginning of the show. I invested in some audio equipment, and now I'm able to record the show from my house when I'm not able to record at Ames. Let's go ahead and get this show started. It has been quite the week, or I should say weeks, in the professional wrestling industry. It has been something else. I mentioned on the previous episode, SummerSlam weekend. We had Ric Flair's last match, which was also something else to behold. But I also want to go ahead and talk about some of the recent returns to WWE that we've seen over the last couple of weeks, as the Triple H era has officially begun. We had Karrion Kross and Scarlett make their return to WWE. They got inserted pretty much into the title picture on SmackDown right away. We got a cliffhanger ending where Karrion Kross came out, attacked Drew McIntyre, pointed at Roman Reigns. Scarlett came out with the clock, put it on the ring. Tick-tock. Time's running out, Roman. I'm happy to see Karrion Kross back, because during his time in NXT, him and Scarlett were both incredible. Their gimmick was excellent. Doomsday, TikTok, Fall and Pray, the end is here. On the main roster, they got misused pretty much from minute one. At the end of the day, they had, and it was mostly Vince's idea, allegedly, that they had him, no Scarlett, first of all, and then this weird gladiator-esque gimmick, which honestly looked a little bit more like bondage gear, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I'm happy that we got NXT's version of Karrion Kross back. We also got Dakota Kai back. Looks like she's going to be part of Bayley's faction after SummerSlam, and appearing on Monday Night Raw, running through the crowd. I'm excited to see what's happening next. So, what else can we say? It's an interesting time right now in the professional wrestling industry. Not only are we seeing the Triple H era officially take shape, but we are also going ahead and seeing what AEW is doing in response. And we had an excellent episode of AEW Dynamite last night, the Quake by the Lake, as it has been so called. So many of the matches were incredible. We had the Tornado Tag Team match with Penta El Cero Miedo and Rey Fénix taking on Andrade El Idolo and Rush in a Tornado Tag match, which was absolutely insane. The opening contest where we had Darby Allin and Brody King in a coffin match. Absolutely insane spots throughout. There was a lot of blood. More blood than your typical episode of Dynamite, which I'm totally okay with. The main event was absolutely insane. It definitely lived up to the hype, especially with how long we've been waiting to see this rematch. We had Jon Moxley versus Chris Jericho, Part 2 for the AEW Interim World title. But this wasn't just Jericho Appreciation Society version of Chris Jericho. No. We got Lionheart Chris Jericho, the last survivor of the Heart Dungeon. This was incredible. I don't know what Jericho did besides shaving his beard and making his hair a little bit different. The man looked 25 years younger last night. Like, from one week to the next. I don't know what he did. I don't know what kind of camera trickery, if there was any camera trickery involved, but it was incredible. And Jericho wrestled like he was 25 years younger. This was amazing. I absolutely loved it. And we also got, finally, the return of CM Punk. The best in the world was out with injury after Double or Nothing, or I should say the episode of Dynamite after Double or Nothing, finally made his return. The Jericho Appreciation Society came out at the end of the match to beat down Moxley. CM Punk returned, Cult of Personality played, and the crowd just went absolutely insane for this. I mean, I did too, watching at home. It's an exciting time right now in the industry. And I just honestly can't really wait to see what happens next. Also, shout out to Chris Statlander. It looks like, unfortunately, she has been injured once again, which, it is a bummer. She's been back from injury now more than a year. Apparently, it is another knee injury, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, she's back in the ring sooner rather than later. She had this incredible wave of momentum going, her More Than a Woman gimmick getting absolutely over with the fans and with not just the fans but critics alike, and also it seemed like they were positioning her to be the one to dethrone Jade Cargill for the TBS title. Now we'll see what happens there. It looks like they were teasing Athena perhaps being the one that's going to get slotted into Statlander's position. We'll see where it goes from there. Also, it looks like it was heavily implied last night, but I believe that we are closer than ever to seeing the return of Kenny Omega. We got the long-awaited Trios tournament that's about to kick off. The Young Bucks don't have a partner. Keep in mind, they were reaching out to Hangman Page. Hangman Page said no. He was going to be backing up the Dark Order in their matches. He was going to be in their corner. Keep in mind, this is a very big reference to the original Hangman story from 2019 when AEW first started, when the Young Bucks didn't want to, or they couldn't, be in Hangman Adam Page's corner for his match with Chris Jericho for the AEW World title at All Out that year. So everything is coming full circle. The Young Bucks need a partner. And really, besides Kenny, who else could it really be? The Undisputed Elite turned on them, so it looks like we're going to be seeing quite the array of matches, shaping up to be an absolutely incredible show. Now that CM Punk is back, this potentially could mean that we are going to get the title unification match at All Out. CM Punk versus Jon Moxley, which is shaping up to be an absolutely incredible match. Both men, obviously, great wrestlers. Great promos. Can you imagine the promos that these two are going to cut on one another in the weeks leading up to All Out? This is going to be insane. Now, the other question here, the big what if? On the same episode of AEW Dynamite where CM Punk was injured was the last time we saw MJF. Could he also be making his return to AEW at All Out? As far as we know, he's still under contract, so you're not going to see him on Raw or SmackDown or NXT anytime soon. So he's got to be back, right? So we think, let's say, and I'm no booker, I don't make the decisions, that's all Tony Khan's job. Let's say Punk wins. Or, even worse, what if MJF returns, costs Punk the title, and Moxley becomes the unified AEW champion? I've said it before, the MJF and CM Punk feud is big enough that it doesn't need the title. I mean, the title is a great thing, and honestly, if the title is going to be involved, I would much rather have it be for it to be placed, or let me start that over. I would much rather have the title be involved if it's going to go around MJF's waist. He deserves it. He is a world champion caliber wrestler, a world champion caliber promo. Please, Tony Khan, for the love of God, pay the man. I want to see him in AEW for a long time. WWE's on the rebound. If they get MJF, it's gonna be a much more uphill battle. I know that they say that there's no competition, but MJF is one of the homegrown stars of AEW, and a lot of people may be saying, wait, what about Cody? Cody was in WWE long before he had his sabbatical, joined the Elite, joined the Young Bucks, founded AEW. MJF really, besides maybe, a Tough Enough appearance, he hasn't really been part of the WWE system. MJF had a career, yes, before AEW, but AEW was where he became a household name, where everybody got to see him. I really do hope that AEW and MJF can figure out this contract situation of his. Pay the man, give him that run with the title, make him the monster, despicable heel that we know he can be. Also, it looks like we're shaping up to get Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm Part Deuce, also potentially at All Out. Should be a great match. Honestly, I do like Thunder Rosa's title reign. It's been great so far. She's had some great matches. I'm honestly okay if Toni Storm does win it. She's been on an incredible run, the best of her career so far anywhere that she's been. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's an exciting time in the wrestling industry, and I'll be able to bring you more and more updates and more episodes in the weeks to come. And I thank you all for listening to Talking Smarks. So now, time to pay the bills. Talking Smarks is now on Spotify. We are going to be uploading at least once a week. All of the old archival episodes from YouTube are there. Don't worry, we're not leaving YouTube behind. I will also upload the episodes there as well. My music is also now on Spotify under the name Wolfie Mo. I have 2 songs. A Night in Vegas, which I promoted on the last episode, is on Spotify now. And as of yesterday, my latest song, Trapped, both of them are instrumental pieces. Both are on Spotify. Go check them out. Please give us a listen on Spotify. Leave us a rating. The setup is there to donate if you feel so kind as to donate to help cover the costs of even better audio equipment. And who knows, maybe we'll try to get some merch soon, but I really do want to invest more and more in better equipment to be able to bring you guys just the best show possible. And I do thank you all for listening, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.